On February 13, 2020, 12-year-old Acacia Austin was struck down by a speeding car. The accident occurred at about 15:20 hours in front of Austin's home at Supply East Bank Demerara. The Diamond Secondary School student had just exited a school bus and was crossing the road after the bus driver signaled other drivers to stop, but the speeding car did not heed the signal and struck down the child. Her mother, Lorraine Waddle, told the newsroom that she was at a shop nearby and saw when her daughter exited the school bus.
And as she come out the bus, and she walked in front of the bus. Then while I walking, I see a crowd, suddenly I see a crowd. Then I didn't see her, so I was looking at one from over there. So I see one in there come across the road, run over. And then one from here go over. So I started to run. I said, I hope it's not my daughter getting up. So when I run up now, I didn't reach here as yet. I see the cruiser pick up somebody from there, and I say, that's my daughter. So when I look in the cruiser, I see is she. So I end up going to the cruiser and then head to the hospital at Diamond.
Austin was subsequently transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where she spent weeks in the intensive care unit on life support in a medically induced coma. She suffered severe brain damage and injuries to the lungs. She cannot breathe on her own and has to be fed through a tube. Austin was discharged from the hospital last Saturday.
I feel good she be at home, but she don't respond. She ain't talking, she ain't walking, she just lie down there trying to make one turn. I got to do everything for she. Bathe, clean she, everything, feed she to the tube and everything. She's still there. Yeah.
Anything else?
So it's like, I can't do anything. I just got to stay to look at her all the time, and I used to work before. Now I can't do nothing.
The man who raised Austin as his own child is William Mentos, a fisherman. He said since her accident, he too has been unable to work as Austin requires 24-hour care. The father said because of his daughter's age, he believes that she will recover.
The situation, the little girl, is not. We have to hope and pray that she become back a normal person. Because as you could see the situation, or we don't know, brain damage is something that you don't heal, according to what the doctor say, don't heal right away, it takes some time. So we hanging in to see what would happen. The prayers, at least we do a lot of praying and so for her, and we hoping that the prayer and some, because so far the doctor already gave she up at the hospital, said that she want to make it, but then the prayers, and she's still young, so we're hoping that she, the prayers and the healing, by she brain young, it would heal and she would get back to a normal person.
Austin is described as a brilliant child who wants to become an air hostess. Her father highlighted that they are also seeing improvements with her condition since the accident.
From the time of the accident, yes, she got some improvement because she was sleeping all the time. She was unconscious, but now she regained consciousness, but then she not remembering people. Like if you talk to her, hi Shinika or Acacia, what's going on? She would think if you tell she look your little sister out there looking at you, she would get that feeling, she would stay just and start crying. So we know that she's improving. She would yawn, she would sneeze, and from that we know that when she was in the ICU, nothing. When we go and see, she was sleeping all the time. But she wake up most of the time now, she eyes open and she keep looking around. So you could see that she thought she was rolling off the bed and rolling from things. So that shows indication that she's healing. And then she had did the first head scan, and then she did the second head scan. And the second head scan showed that there's some improvement in the brain, but there's still some clot. I think it's the back of the head and some at the front. There's still some clot blood and some. So that can't heal right away. That would take some time.
When contacted by the newsroom, Regional Commander Senior Superintendent Curly Simon said the file on the accident was sent to the Director of Public Prosecutions for legal advice about a week ago, where recommendations were made for the 45-year-old driver be charged with dangerous driving. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Isanella Patwo.